All right, I think we're live again. Welcome everybody to Lorenzo Family Law, where I am documenting my legal adventure. So now what I'm going to do for you guys is, actually, can you guys see? All right, here we are. So I'm going to go over the notice of motion. This was emailed to me on July 13th by the applicant. So we are in the province of Ontario. This is the Superior Court of Justice, the Family Law Administrative Division. The court file I blocked out, 393 University, although I think it will be in Zoom. This is the applicant. This is me. So we are both self-represented. The person making this motion or the person's lawyer must contact the clerk of the court by telephone or otherwise to choose a time and date when the court could hear this motion. To the parties, the court will hear a motion on July 20th, 2021 at 2 p.m. or as soon as possible. After that time at, does not, place of hearing, it does not say. The motion will be made by Olina, the quote-unquote applicant, who will be asking the court for an order for an items listed on page 2 of this notice. A copy of an affidavit in support of this motion is or are served with this notion. So that's the affidavit that I read in the previous video. If this material is missing, you should talk to the court office immediately. The other option was a notice of a case conference is served with this notice to change an order. Whatever. All this stuff is garbage, guys. If you want my honest truth. If you want to oppose this motion or to give your own views, you should talk to your own lawyer and prepare your own affidavit. Serve it on the other parties and file it with the court office no later than 4 days before the date above. Only written and affidavit evidence will be allowed at a motion unless the court gives permission for oral testimony. You may bring your lawyer to the motion. Oh, thank you. To represent you. If you do not come to the motion, the court may make an order without you and enforce it against you. What does enforcement mean? It means just take money from you guys. That's all they can enforce. They can't enforce anything else. Anything else. And it was signed, so this was 7 days before. I'm already late. I was supposed to deliver this 4 days before the date above. So that was yesterday. So if I had to finish this yesterday, I would have had to read this whole 86-page gibberish. So 13th, I had 3 days to do it and get it notarized and all that kind of stuff. Just insane. Notice to persons making this motion. Your motion, you must file a confirmation not later than 2 p.m. 3 days before the date set above. If this motion to change past or future support payments made under an order that has been assigned to a government agency, you must also serve this notice on that agency. If you do not, the agency can ask the court to set aside any order that you may get in this motion and can ask for costs against you. So I don't know if she did that. Who fucking cares? So what is she ordering? Of course, more money. An order imputing the resident's income based on his fee schedule provided by the court for proposed purposes of current income for child support calculations. Please do that, please. That would be so great. Pay $49,000 a month. I make a few thousand. I pay 49. I go bankrupt in 2 months. Let's see if the court do that. That would be so great. I move everything to cryptocurrency before, obviously. order requiring the respondent to pay the applicant a child support pursuant to the federal child support guidelines based on the imputed income until proper financial disclosure filed by the father. An order requiring the father to comply with Honorable Kimmel J. order as of March 24th and provide applicant with updated financial statements with supporting documents such as blah, 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 blah. An order that the respondent husband is not entitled to any further order from the court. Oh, of course, why would I? An order that each year the respondent would provide his updated income. Yeah, an order that I do something. An order requiring the respondent, me, to pay future and retroactive share of the special medical, dental, orthodontics, and extraordinary expenses related to the child proportionally to the income of each parent. And her income, of course, is 0, right? So just absurd. An order requiring the respondent to obtain a life insurance in the amount sufficient to cover all future child support payments and special expenses in the amount of $1 million. Ha, ha, ha. Designated as the respondent and designate the respondent as the beneficiary irrevocably. Sure. Designate me as the beneficiary. I'm fine with that, you stupid idiot. An order requiring the respondent to remove his name from the automobile insurance or pay his part of the automobile insurance to the insurance provider. I don't know what automobile insurance you're talking about. An order requiring the respondent to pay costs on a temporary recovery basis pursuant to family law rules, of course, and any other order that is honorable court deemed just. Everything is just for the honorable court. The honorable court can never be unjust. So that, guys, is the notice of motion that I need to reply by. Obviously, I'm already late. If I don't reply, then it will go without. The court will make an order without me and enforce it against me. So let me digest this a little bit. Let me think about this a little bit. I'll think about how I have to respond. I'll think about what kind of order I want. I think about what kind of argument I want. Because obviously, if things go against me, and I anticipate that they will, I could have a court order, the court order a court order that I pay funds of $49,000 per month, right? And retroactive, and because that would be approaching 90% of my income. I mean, the 49,000 will put me bankrupt in a week. In a few weeks. But the court may do it to make an example of me, and I hope they do, because like Joseph in the story in the Old Testament, the evil that you do has been turned by God for good, right? And I believe that that's what's going to happen in this case too, because it's so absurd. Again, I have binders and binders of these kinds of stupid fucking documents, and it's just been sucking my energy for almost a decade, and I'm tired of it. I'm not going to let it go anymore, and my goal is to help everybody, because this was when the first time that I got this, this notice of motion now is probably the fucking 20th that I got. But the first one that I got, I thought I was being taken to court to be tried for murder. It was reading this at that time was impossible for me. So I'm hoping that you guys can get some exposure to this, even if it's not related to what you guys are going through. At least you see what things could be like. And I will, as I mentioned, discuss what my response will be, what my options will be. So stay tuned. I hope you guys are getting something out of this, and I will be back later. Thank you, everyone.